Good morning, friends, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm sharing a full realistic morning routine, and I'm excited to share with you guys how I've stayed committed to my fitness goals even during this season of life. This year, 2025, has been a very busy year for us. We are building our forever home on our property, and we are getting so close to moving in. And we also found out that we are expecting baby number 8, and it has been the very first year that I've actually kept my New Year's resolution. Every year I would say that this was the year I was going to get consistent and actually do a little workout routine, and then life happened. Kids, pregnancy, exhaustion, schedules, everything. You guys know what comes with all of that. But something finally clicked, and honestly, that's what today's video is all about. I always start my day by making my bed. It's a small little task, but it is the first thing that I like to do every day just to feel more put together. I love to see my room put together. It's kind of right off of our living room, and so if I look in there and the bed isn't made, it just kind of makes the rest of the day kind of feel messy, a little bit chaotic. And then I am in the kitchen now making breakfast. And today I'm making a high protein breakfast, like a sausage quiche that has become a staple in the mornings. This is something that me or my daughter has been making. We've been trying to make it ahead like the night before and make a double batch of it. And then it's really simple just to bake up in the morning. When you're pregnant, your body is working overtime. And when you're postpartum, or honestly just parenting in general, you need real fuel. Not quick carbs that spike and crash, not skipping breakfast because you're too busy, but protein really helps to keep me full longer. It helps with my energy, it supports muscle recovery from working out, and it helps me stay on track during the day instead of grazing or craving junk. I always feel way better if I eat a breakfast that is high in protein. And I've always been a person that ate breakfast, but lately I have been really focusing on getting more protein in the morning. And once I started making that little change, it actually makes me feel like moving my body, and even while pregnant, I feel nourished and not depleted. He cares. Can you grab his plate off the fridge and hand it to him? What? Grab that plate off top of the fridge and hand it to him. The first thing I got going there were some homemade whole grain pie crust. This was a very simple recipe. And then I put them in the refrigerator while I'm getting my filling going. It's not totally necessary because you guys will see when I bring the pie crust back out, I'm not going to even roll them out with a rolling pin. I'm just going to stick them straight into my pie pan and press them out with my fingers. It's a really simple way to make a pie crust, and whenever you're not worrying about doing like a lattice or anything on top, it works really well. So while those are in the refrigerator chilling, I'm going to saute some onions and cook up a couple pounds of sausage, and then I will mix together my eggs and milk and all of the cheese. I'm shredding my own cheese with some raw cheddar cheese. I really like this cheese. I actually get it from Azure Standard. It's really good, and it's less expensive buying cheese in bulk from a co-op than it is just buying it from the store when you're trying to get like a raw good cheese. Anytime I am cooking in the kitchen, I try to do dishes while I'm waiting for something. So right now, while my sausage is browning and the onions are sauteing, I'm going to do a quick cleanup, and then I will continue on with my quiche. I'm adding in a couple handfuls of kale and some salt and pepper. Anytime I can, I like to add a few veggies into my dishes. This is one that the kids don't even notice when I add in a little bit of kale into quiche. I also put kale into smoothies and soups. I like to buy a big bag of organic kale and then I will use it. Then right before it's starting to go bad, I'll stick it in the freezer and then I can just grab handfuls out to add into things like this quiche or into a different meal that I'm preparing. So once breakfast is done and the kitchen is reset, I'm going to move into my workout. And I know some people think that what's the point if it's only 20 or 30 minutes? I know I thought this for myself for sure. I was just kind of thinking it wouldn't really actually do anything. But 30 minutes really can make such a big difference. And you don't need a gym, you don't need hours, you don't need perfection, you just need consistency. And that's why I loved using Trainwell, who is sponsoring today's video. Trainwell is a one-on-one personal training service with human accountability, personalization, all in a convenient app. I have been using Trainwell for over a year and a half now, and I absolutely love it. This is the first time that I've been able to stay consistent with a workout routine. Now, I haven't actually, like before Trainwell, worked out in who knows how many years. Obviously I did when I was in like high school. I ran track, I was cheerleader, soccer, all the things. But since being a mom, I mean, I am active. I have 7 kids, so I'm chasing kids around. We go to the park, we walk around the zoo, I'm cooking, cleaning, all that stuff. But actually like setting time aside to lift weights or work out isn't something that I've ever been able to do. Now this has been a New Year's goal for me for like so many years in a row. I'm like, all right, every day I'm just gonna like move my body for like 30 minutes. And that just never happened until Trainwell. And for me, the biggest thing with Trainwell is the accountability. When you first start with Trainwell, you take a quiz to get matched with a personal trainer, and then you have an onboarding call with this trainer. And I did this with mine, like I said, a year and a half ago. I sat down, I told her my goals and just kind of what I was looking for in my workout routine. And she helped to adjust it for me with all the information I gave her, with my like past, like what I've done and whatnot, where I was at. And so then she came up with a workout plan, and it all goes into the app, and each day I can click on my workout. And the other thing that I love about this app is that it shows you exactly how to do everything. And so you know that you're doing it in the right form. And if you don't understand like what a certain workout is, it's not just a word, it's doing it with you. It counts down in the timer, and then it gives you a little rest time, and then the next position or workout comes up. So it's very, very user-friendly, and even works for those people that know nothing about working out or any of the like terminology from the beginning. I have had the same trainer for the entire time that I've had Trainwell, and I can communicate with her right through my app. She can message me, I can message her if I have any changes. For example, whenever I first found out that I was pregnant with baby number 8, I was very, very sick in my first trimester. So I had to send her a message and tell her that I needed a little bit of time off until I got better. And then once I was feeling a little bit better into my second trimester, we started back up kind of slow. I was doing 5 days a week, and we went down to 2 days a week and just kind of started working my strength back up. And I've been doing it even throughout my whole pregnancy. Now I'm sure I'll take a little break after I have the baby, and then again kind of like slowly work myself back into it once I'm about like 6 weeks postpartum. So I love that I have that accountability. I have someone that I can talk to right inside of the app. They make it so easy to use. It's a really great way to get accountability, a personal trainer, all in the comfort of your own home. I don't have time to drive back and forth to the gym. I don't have babysitters, so it makes it really easy. And I always feel so good and energized after I do it. So if you are like me and often make that New Year's resolution of working out and you haven't been able to stick to it, or if you're just looking for a really simple way to have a personal trainer and accountability in your own home, you're definitely gonna want to check out TrainWell. You guys can use my QR code here on the screen. I also have a link for you down in my description box below where you can take the quiz to be matched with your personal trainer, and you can get 14 days of free training to try it out. And if you're anything like me, you'll love it, and it'll become a very easy way and a very motivating way to help you stay consistent with your workouts. This afternoon, I am doing some cleanup. It is the fun season when snow pants and hats and gloves and coats are always out. We have had snow on the ground for almost 2 weeks now, and so the snow clothes are not getting put away, and I don't really even have the best place to store it. So oftentimes I tell the kids just to lay it out like on the dining room table so it can dry. I feel like I'm constantly putting snow clothes on kids and then drying it out, putting them back away, picking it up. It's a never-ending chore, but it is one of those fun things that come along with winter. I have a bit more cleaning to do today. Nothing really like deep cleaning, just some things that need to be done. I've noticed that this rug under my kitchen table probably hasn't been vacuumed in who knows how long, and so I am doing that. And then the bathroom needs a little bit of attention. I have some laundry to do, so I'm just going to work through a few of these things. And every time after I do a workout, I always feel like I have more energy, and it helps me to get all of the jobs done that I need to throughout the day. My little boys are obsessed with taking all the couch cushions off, the pillows and the blankets, and making forts in the living room. And during this time of year, when it's colder outside, I don't mind them doing it. It's really easy to clean back up, but it is another one of those like daily jobs that I have to do, is to put the couch back together. All right, the next thing on my list, I'm working on putting together some last minute Christmas gifts. And I want to tell you guys about a really fun tradition we've started in our family. We have done this now. Actually, it's almost our third year. I say almost because the first year we did a snack exchange, and then last year we did a beverage exchange, and we decided to do it again this year. It's the best, especially if you have a large family. So what we do is everybody exchanges names. And so I know this looks like a lot of drinks right here, but we have 9 people in our family. So I'm gifting this to 9 different people, and I love it because it's all consumable. So I know when I go to Christmas, I'm going to come back home with a bunch of fun drinks, and we can put them in the pantry. Last year the kids enjoyed them like all throughout kind of like the holiday season, like after Christmas and in between like New Year's. And it was great because when they were done, it was gone. We didn't get like a million toys. They just had a bunch of fun drinks. And so I actually had a few adults on my list, and then I also had a few kids. And so I'm doing like coffee and tea and some Element and fun drinks for the adults. And then for the kids, I'm doing some different like juices and Olipop and Zevias and some like Martinelli sparkling apple juice. And this is just like the easiest gift. You don't have to really think about it. Everyone likes drinks. Very simple to put together, inexpensive, and it's all consumables, which is something that a mom that's kind of minimal loves. And while I'm putting these gifts together, I'm keep thinking about how this was the first year I was actually able to stay consistent with my workout. For years, my New Year's resolution was always the same. I would say like I'm gonna work out for like 20 minutes a day. And it seemed easy, but between all the craziness of life, I never found the time to do it. But this was finally the year I realized I didn't need the perfect routine. I didn't need a gym membership. I didn't need hours of free times. All I needed was commitment in a very small dose. And this is a very small but sustainable habit that fit into my life as a busy mom. And even if you are pregnant or busy or overwhelmed or just stuck in that cycle of I'll start Monday, you know, we always say that, and that was definitely something like, hey, I'll just do it Monday, I'll start next week. Let this be your sign to take the smallest step and do the 15-minute workout. Make the healthy breakfast. You don't have to do everything, but just start with something small. I want to thank Trainwell again for sponsoring today's video. And don't forget to take the quiz to find your perfect trainer and get 14 days of free training. Use the link in my description box below this video. I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas, and I'll see you all in the next video.